greens, beans, tomatoes, potatoes, yam, lamb, whatever. You know what we like more than plants? Birdies, baby! Come on! Disc golf and breweries work hand in hand. A lot of times these breweries have a little bit of extra land to work with, and disc golf doesn't require too much maintenance to put in a course, so I think the collaborations between disc golf and breweries are obviously taking off and have even more room for expansion going forward. Live Oak happens to be one of the first and best disc golf brewery combos in the Austin area. For day 16 of Vlogmas, we're going to show you guys the track here. I'm Connor O'Reilly with Team OTB Discs, and we're getting towards the back stretch of Vlogmas, so thank you guys for joining. Let's check out this brewery disc golf collab. I think it was about a year ago they settled on this current 18-hole layout out at Live Oak. A little less than 5,000 feet. It's on the shorter side, but it has enough out of bounds and demanding shot shapes to where it's not just a course you're going to shred easily. You got to be focused. You got to have some shot shapes in you. Hole 1 has low ceiling as you get onto that island brought on by those hanging oak branches. For the right hand backhand, you want to play low of those and fade inside of that post over there. Basket's in a bit of a bowl on an elevated pole. Let's put it close with that color shift zone to start. Little wind lift out of the hand there, and probably got a 70-footer. This one's got a narrow ceiling, so as short as it is, it's not a guarantee. You know, there's a little more room behind these trees than it feels like off the tee, so the wide spike shot is totally there, and maybe what I should be playing going forward because this ceiling is just so demanding. Tailwind C2 to start us off. Fade. Easy work. We just wanted to warm up the putt, so bad drive gave us an opportunity to keep it alive. Let's go. Now that we're here on the tee of 2, I'm not sure that I've played this exact layout. I've definitely played that hole 1, but I've always played this one as a par 4 onto that like big metal structure that they use for brewing the beer. Now we have a demanding par 3 in the second. 2 mandatories keeping you inside of these posts so you can't play the wide hyzers either way. Straight shot, restricted ceiling. Cleanest line gets you to circle edge or 20 feet left of the basket, so that's what I'm going for. And we leveled up during yesterday's Vlogmas round with this Athena for the straight fairway shots just like this. And like I said, the Athena fits that line really well, but with this low ceiling, this one's going to be extremely hard to park. Pretty happy with that line there. Another circle 2 look here. Out of the Turk's cap. Try not to mess them up too much. They got them cute little red flowers. Edible, useful plants. You know what we like more than plants? Birdies, baby! Come on! Only thing better than plants. It's a par 3. But I'm gonna guess this is one of the lower percentage birdies on the course as a par 3. At just under 260 feet, hole 3 is a par 3. You're not really gonna be able to see it because it has an oak branch guarding the basket. You gotta play just left of that branch and hope to sit about 20 feet beyond that. Sets up well for a right hand forehand, so I'm gonna go with this rubber blend zone. A little flat there, but the distance is money, and we got a putt. Really nice to see all the upgrades happening out here. They got these new paver tee boxes. They got good signage. We got the little next way marker on the basket. You gotta love it. Oh, he sent it. That was kind of lazy, y'all. I should have gotten a knee to get under that low ceiling, but I took it for granted, and now I'm here with another tough look. Gotta go straddle again. There it is. Don't take them for granted. I gotta ruin the course. I need the course record, so that's my last lazy stroke. That is probably one of the cooler parts about playing out here in Live Oak. You're right next to the Austin airport, so you get some of that action right over the head, and it really causes, you'll feel the wind. That one's the prop plane, so you probably won't feel as much wind, but when you have the big jet airliners come by, you'll feel the residual wind come. Oh no, they're right there. We got the gust. Not as heavy as you would get out of those jet airliners, but there's always more wind at Live Oak than there is in the rest of the city, strictly because of that airway. It's pretty cool to see. Hole 3, hole 4, par 3, 325, straight ahead, cliff down to Mordor at the end. You don't want to go down there, but you're going to avoid this out of bounds long grass cut, which I think is a great addition on this hole, by playing the proper distance shot. I'm going with that crux. Going medium height hyzer, try to spike it in there. Let's ring one up. If that drops in time, no, short of the basket, a little too much hyzer. Got a long putt, but putter's feeling solid. Okay, in the playable but punishing bunker of a mesquite tree. If y'all didn't know, they have pretty solid sized thorns that could definitely impale you. So, I'm gonna try to take advantage of this high window I have and float one in. This is a very tricky putt. Gotta kind of isolate the arm here. Solid bid, just need a little more spin out of the hand somehow. But really I just wanted to get out of that lie not bleeding, and I did that, so I'll take my par here and take revenge on the rest of the course. If you've never seen the steepness of this hill, one of the steepest spots in all of Austin, right down to the Colorado River. It's legitimately like a 70-degree drop off. Crazy. Hole 5 has been shortened up a bit. It used to be one of the power par 3s out here, kind of a big arm separator. Now we have out of bounds on the left here, keeping you off the previous hole. 254 feet straight ahead. If you do go long, you're gonna have some very guarded putting windows with that wall of oak tree limbs. So you're gonna wanna choose the right disc for the range, and that's gonna be your Connor O'Reilly 2022 Tour Series Faith that you can get exclusively from myself. Into the headwind. Not gonna matter. We're gonna put it on a little bit of hyzer and it's gonna hold. I told you, I'm just trying to show you how stable it is. Flirt with the OB left, give myself a tricky putt, work on my putting skills. That's the goal. All day with the one disc inbounds here. Take my meter. And there's our birdie. It's because we threw the faith off the tee. It wasn't the putt. This one's low. Trying to figure out what to throw here with the low ceiling. So I'm gonna go with that watt, 193 feet. You got the wall with the barrels of beer up there. I wonder if you get an ace if you get to take one home. Let's see. Beat the ceiling, that's kind of the main difficulty here. And had enough pace to slide up. That should too. Nice and close. Don't forget to hit up Zane Wim Esmentini Dies in the description below. If you want some Pokemon or whatever, any anime, any characters that you like, birds, trees, planes, greens, beans, tomatoes, potatoes, yam, lamb, I mean, whatever. Hole 7, kind of one of the signatures out here with this triple mandatory. I know this is one of the ones on the Another Round Ace bounty, and I kind of want to go backhand with the Bulbasaur right at it, but I also like the forehand with the low ceiling. What are you thinking, May? She wants backhand. We're going Bulbasaur again.
I think you should do forehand.
Oh, she thinks forehand. Okay, you know what? We'll take her thought, because I also think that's the right play. Rubber blend or color shift? Huh?
Oh, no, the color shift.
Yeah, I feel like this one's short enough. The straightness of the color shift should be okay. We'll take advantage of the lower release point with the forehand here. I think that's the main advantage to choosing this shot. Well, I hit the Mando. Wait, is there OB? I think I'm OB. Wow, I didn't even think about that. I guess I thought the circle 1 whiskers were out of bounds markers because they're a little bit faded. Turns out there's more room back here than I thought, and I kind of like this hole. I lied. It's got enough room. All right, I don't know exactly where it starts, but I think I get a little more room with my meter. Oh, it stayed up in those jet thermals. Teamwork! A lot of new holes out here for me. This one's 237 onto that brewing equipment that hole 2 used to play onto as a par 4. Now we got 237 par 3 out of bounds parking lot with those cones on the right. Not really going to get in your way though. Just a matter of how much do you want to ace run this versus putting it close, and even then it's not going to be a guaranteed putting window with that contraption. I'm going to go with the faith, try to float it in on the wind. You know we're ace running. Oh man, I was putting so much hyzer on the faith. All or nothing. Faith. Oh, tickled the rightmost chain. Almost dropped in a highlight. And I ain't talking Miller High Life. If you know brewing equipment, let us know in the comments what exactly this contraption is. And yeah, you probably shouldn't basketball putt, but oh, get the change back. No problem. Hole 9 used to be the old hole 1. Out of bounds on the right, keeping you out of the beer garden area. Straight ahead with a gap coming in late. I like a right-hand backhand out towards this big oak on the left, dragging it back into the right. Bulbasaur Watt, I think, is perfect for this shot. Wow, just over the basket. A little too much juice and want on that thing, but we got a putt. We'll take it. It's a good miss. That tee shot, all gas, no brakes, like a Taylor Swift jet pilot. You know what I'm saying? Fade in time. All right, we're testing Megan out. With the camera in hand, no problem. She's got ice in her veins. Before you get to the tee of this 309-foot par 3, it's a good time to go stop by the brewery, go fill up on some water, use the restroom, maybe get a brew if that's your thing, and support Live Oak for putting this disc off out here for us. I really like hole 10, one of my favorites. Low ceiling entry there, tucked into the right just ever so slightly, favoring a right-hand forehand. Rubber blend zone, think we can get it there, 310. Vroom, vroom. I rubber blend squeaked my shoes on the tee box and got an amazing jump and slide with that thing. I think, you know, that was rubber to the floor, disc and shoe wise. The thematics gave us a circle 1 right there. It wasn't the throw. It was just the pure theming there. I'm trying to figure out this straighter zone on the forehand, so it's a good hole to practice it. Probably need the disc to be dry first. just gotta come out with hyzer, and that thing is freaking money ball for a hole like this. All right, lock in, Con. Let's go. Rubber blend, got it done. And the other zone just long, so I'm starting to figure it out. We're dialing in our angles, starting to learn these discs. Hole 11, back towards the drop off behind the basket, so you don't want to go long here. Pick a disc that'll get you there and stop just short, like your Conor O'Reilly Tour Series Faith. Tailwind, so I'm gonna have to put this thing on a little bit of turn. Pop it nice and firm. Turn non-existent. Fade does exist. On the hill there, we got a putt. Man, I'm just putting a little too much hyzer on this Faith, and maybe should have thrown Bulbasaur, but I'm scared of losing them. But you can't be scared. You just gotta go live and learn. I slipped. The pavers. It's also a good forehand hole. There's a lot of options here. All right, this is the caddy made choice. I didn't put enough anhyzer. I can't tell if I'm inside or outside the circle, so I'm gonna try to maintain balance. Actually, I got this little window here. Oh, with the tree correct, still almost cashed out. The threat of going long OB definitely causes a little bit of tension on this tee, but otherwise, it's a pretty simple hole. Definitely one you want to score a birdie on. Hole 12, just under 250 feet, tucked off to the right here. Out of bounds on your left as well as on the tree line here on the right, so pretty narrow on this one. I'm gonna go with that mutant. Just deliver a standstill forehand from the left edge of the box to open up the gap for me. Now you just listen for chains. Someone else hit metal over there, I think, at the same time. Either that or my sound rebounded to there. Uncertain. Let's find out. Honestly, judging by where I'm at, the only explanation is that I hit the band on an ace run, came to here. Nah, I probably just was short. Either way, it was a good shot shape for the hole. And I avoided the inbounds, or the out of bounds, just narrowly here. So I guess I should take my meter. You're right. Don't take an out of bounds lie. The out of bounds definitely keeps this course legit, like I said, even though it's short. There's a birdie. Hole 13, only 147 feet, but don't let it fool you. Out of bounds, only 20 feet long or so, maybe just beyond that. So you can't just blast this one long on an ace run, even though it is enticing. And it's tucked pretty far to the left, as well as its low ceiling, makes it tough. I'm gonna try my darndest though, with this Conor O'Reilly Faith. Megan's asking about a standstill. I kind of like it, but at the same time, not really sure. We'll try it. Let's see. Get an athletic stance, open up some ceiling here. It's a good shot. Accurate. Good timing. If you need to hire Megan as a caddy, she does a great job, honestly, if you gotta tell you the truth. A big old jumping spider in the pole there. I thought it was a bumblebee. That thing has got some size. And that's why you shouldn't put the golf ball on top of it, because what if a spider wants to live in there, you know? And just keep the lizards and stuff out. You want to come home with us, buddy? I think he's hiding. Let me tell you what, on a course where all I throw is putters and mid-ranges pretty much, getting the chance to bust out Kobe and Bryant on this 528 foot par 5 they're calling it, okay. albatross on the board, out of bounds area with this yellow fencing up here on the right, as well as up pin high by the basket. So if you're trying to go for the 2, you got to not only blast it, but avoid going too far right. Kobe Bryant. A little bit of headwind. Just beat the mound. Oh, I did not beat the mound. I'm on the mound. Still a short chip up. 2, doable. I pretty much will guarantee the 3. Bet against me. Bet. All right, there's a look at what I'm looking at. Making it go up so you guys can see the basket. I can't actually see it when I'm standing on my lie. Oh, I guess I can if I tiptoe. That's right. Tiptoeing in my Jordans. I think I've ever thrown a tiptoe shot in my life. He's a tiptoe genius. He's a tiptoe. Oh, Matumbo. Bro, where'd you come from? No way. She says it's rolling too? Get the out of here. What? We always love seeing the beehive, and that's part of why this right side is obese. Man, we don't have an easy 3 look left after that swat and roll away. Pretty rude, but I guaranteed it, so I'm here to make on my word, make good on my word. My heart breaks. I lied. I lied! Man, that branch really shattered my dreams. I thought I'd throw it in for 2. It was hitting cage at worst. Y'all guys, rewind it, do the math, pull out your trigonometrators, and tell me it wasn't going in. 15 is short but tricky. 187 feet tucked behind this wall of trees here. I don't really love the low right-hand backhand because it doesn't seem aceable to me. So I almost want to just go spike forehand mutant. I think we're doing it. Dumb line. I'm going to show you guys the backhand now with the other the backhand, not the forehand backhand. Because I want to skip. See, that's what I was worried about, is not having enough energy to skip in the basket, but obviously that's the better play. I think in my mind, even moving this basket like 1 meter, 4 feet to the right, so it's a little more accessible on a skip ace, will just make it more fun to play, in my opinion, but still play similarly difficult. See if we can knock it down. The mutant was a good line. I just threw it really soft, so here we are. Oh, didn't set the turn, but the tree tried to help me out. Not quite. I think basket on this little rise would be perfect, in my opinion. That's just me. Do you agree? Let me know. Hole 16 is just tucked into this bowl out of view. 248 feet. Property line just along the basket, so you got to have distance control with your Connor O'Reilly Faith, and a little hyzer set out of the hand to avoid that out of bounds right. Feels like a nice, solid play for birdie. No chance of the ace. I think I got to be a little higher, more left here, but with that OB long, we like sliding it up for the short look. Tap in bird here on 16. Don't forget, hit me up at the description below if you want to check out one of these faiths. Pink and red are the options, but if you try hard enough, I might even pull out the vault, show you all we got. Hole 17, short and sweet, beautiful oak to throw over the gap of here as a right-hand player, or as a left-hand player, honestly, because that's just an enticing and nice gap. Also, you can go straight at it if you're feeling frisky. Left side's also wide open, no out of bounds here. So pick the right disc. Try to give yourself a little soft ace run. Drop, 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 drop. The line was so good, it just stayed up in the air. Wind coming off that airport, you know. So I'm blaming it on. Always got excuses. Oh man, you guys. I can barely even get into my lie here. And I think Caddy May is right. I should have gone standstill to avoid this type of Homer Simpson putt. No! Of course, I knocked it down with the faith right after. Had an awesome little gap here. Really got to have the right pace control, like I said on the tee. Sometimes you got to listen to your own advice. And maybe from now on, if it's 180 and in and I have a pretty big window, stand still. Hole 18 is going to be another one of the harder ones to birdie. 280 feet, well out of sight to the right here. You got to have a big right hand forehand or a turning shot that holds the whole time, like this Watt. Whole time. I like the feeling and the look of it. Let's get up there, see if it has the distance. I love the harvester highways that we got out here on 18. Keep an eye out for them, all right? There's a hole right there. Be nice to them, boys. Little chemists they are. Easy tap in birdie with that Watt here on the 18th. Live oak is a ton of fun. Good place to bring the family. There's enough space for the kids just to kind of hang out in these low oak trees and go climb around in the trees if they don't want to play disc golf, or for the kind of parents to hang out with a beverage, get some food from the food trucks. If you have a brewery and you're thinking about ways to get more people out and you have some extra land, think about trying out disc golf. I'm sure you have already, but if not, give it a shot. Connor O'Reilly, Team OTB Discs, day 16 of Vlogmas is a wrap. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys probably at midnight. Yeah. Who needs a television? Get out into nature and just look around you. There's fascinating stuff everywhere. Unless you're tuning into Live Disc Golf or Connor O'Reilly YouTube channel, obviously use your television for that.